Good morning, LAP. Before we get with our video this week, I'd like to reach out to a couple of my subscribers, say thank you, and offer them a week's worth of car washes. So we got Austin Harrell and Ralph Moore. Appreciate you subscribing, keep washing, and keep those Fords clean. Thank you. Morning, LAP. It's Thursday, August 5th for another Chairman's video. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed and liked. Appreciate it very much. Hope everybody was able to make the town hall meeting yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to make the meeting, that's because we didn't have a town hall meeting. So all those rumors and there was chairs set up in Lincoln Garage, none of that's true. I hope all your sources that were from vendors, I know somebody up north, I know this is what's going to happen, here's what the big announcement's going to be. As you know, none of those came true. So once we get something, we will get it out to everybody. No way to stop all the rumors and the chaos and trying to keep everybody on pins and needles what's going to happen, how many weeks, from 0 to 12 weeks. The one thing we have is that material handling stock right now has said we got enough to build through August, 1148 a day, 5,700 for weeks. So we still have enough units to build. So just wait for you hear something from your committee person or myself, or we post something, because as soon as we know, we'll get it out. Most likely it'll come out on the Detroit Free Press before we even get it. So nothing was announced, no big announcement. There's no down weeks as of today, and we're still holding at building 1148. Order bank escapes 50,121, Corsair 8,069 for a total of 58,190. So we still have a healthy order bank and plenty of units to build. The supply line, as long as it stays intact, we should be good. But our suppliers are struggling with manpower. Our suppliers that supply them are struggling with manpower and getting parts in, just like we are with the chips and everything else. So everything's starting to begin a trickle effect to affect everybody around us. Don't see an end in sight, and it's pretty bad. I stopped at White Castle's this morning at 4 a.m. and there's a sign on the door that says, "Sorry, no help. We'll open up at 11 a.m. This is White Castle. They usually only close 2 days, Christmas and Thanksgiving. They cannot even find help, and I think they're paying $18 an hour to work at White Castle. COVID, right now we stand at positive cases of 10. All 10 have not been vaccinated. So if anybody's been watching Governor Beshear's some TV 5 o'clock drinks with Beshear, you notice that the state of Kentucky is starting to rise, the death total is starting to rise. We're at totals that we were at in February of this year right now with the new Delta virus and as it's going around. So this will be, one of my last times I'm going to say anything. Please reconsider getting vaccinated, going on ahead, getting your shot. We're all adults. We do what you feel is necessary for you or your family and what you feel best. If you don't want to get it, that is your choice. I'm not pushing this on anyone. Just that, this is one of the things that we know is going to help. We had an E-Board meeting yesterday. It was a great meeting. We went over the Kentucky Truck Plant's options for the new hall out there at KTP. We went with the option to hopefully try to get a new union hall built on the site. As you know, we're nowhere near close to starting any building. Everything takes time. You got to get the egress, the egress, you got to get all the permits, you got to get city, zoning, county, everybody on board before anything or the first shovel is dug. So you're looking at, at least 40 weeks to 52 weeks before anything can most likely happen, and have meetings to set up to get everything changed. So right now it's still in the infant stages. They're just bringing stuff to us to look over, modify, make changes, and see what needs to happen. As soon as we have more information on it and feel comfortable about answering your questions, it will be brought to the membership at the union meeting. or a separate meeting and go over all the details so everybody understands what we're doing, how it's going, the building, the cost, and everything. I'd like to give a special shout out to Barry Ford for his efforts to digitally stay with it, get us everything that we need, answer all of our questions, and throw a few things at us that we did not expect. As him being in the construction trade, he knows a lot of what he's doing and knows what to look for ahead of time. So I want to say thank you again for that. Great job. The union meeting is next week, August 10th at the KTP Union Hall. Face mask will be recommended, and there will be social distancing guidelines put in place at the hall. We're looking at maybe having, somebody will be back in the kitchen. It will be locked. They'll be serving soft drinks out the window, individual cups and individual popcorns for everybody. September 6th is Labor Day at Kentucky Kingdom. It's $15 a person to get in. 36 and under get in free. But to eat the meals, the free drinks, and the buffet lunch, you still have to have a ticket if you're a child. There's a little QR code on the app and also on the flyer that's going around. You can scan that app, pay $5 online, and get a $5 parking. All these tickets can be bought at the UAW local union halls at LAP and KTP for cash only. That's $15 cash per person. The LAP Robo Call that we had that I mentioned in my last video that went out. So there was a total of 3,979 calls made. 1,512 were answered by a live person. 1,801 were answered by the answering machine. 550 were considered busy, and that's after 3 calls. And 116 were invalid. So once again, if you did not get the robocall from the UAW Local 862 Hall, then that means information that we have at the Union Hall must have changed, or we didn't put the change in over at the hall. Ford Motor Company does not send the local union your updated information. So please make sure if you change your address here at Ford Motor Company, you need to change it also with the UAW. We got slips down on the desk where you can ask your committeeman, fill it out right there, give it back to us. We usually go to the hall every single day and take over grievances and change of address and Bible requests every single day. So get that done. Remember, that is also for the one member, one vote initiative that we have to get out and notify everybody about getting the address, everything updated. You'll be looking for additional emails and robocalls when the vote is supposed to actually take place sometime in the third quarter. We're in Rebalance as we go through the different models, and you're going to see a lot of changes going through because they're doing the 20, 21 and a half, 21, 21 and 3/4, and the 2022, which will be later in the year. Remember, stay off your phones, try to put the papers away, do your job, use the tools that are necessary for your job that you were given. Try to not put any of the shortcuts in. If the supervisor's there sitting there talking to you and just shooting the bull, understand while they're sitting there shooting the bull and you're sitting there stop talking, they're actually looking at how much work they can add to your job. This is them talking to you. They sit there and talk to you for 2 or 3 minutes in between every single job. Do not think it's not going through their mind. Hey, I can probably bring that screw here. I can bring that plug here. Please pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to your surroundings. Do your job safely and correctly. Local contract items. We've had many discussions over the last 2 weeks over all the local contract items that we were negotiated almost a year and a half ago. We will continue to argue and fight through those. Hopefully you'll get to see some changes around the facility and getting things fixed, repaired. We for instance, fans, you're supposed to keep a stock of fans. We increased the double amount of fans that we're going to keep back in general stores. How many motors, how many blades? Because we're going through them so fast because they're burning up. So we doubled that order. We got the 7 new ice machines on order, industrial water ice machines, 2 trim, 2 chassis, 1 body, 1 paint. So we're getting all those things ordered. The parking lot repainted, the turning lane repainted, the green spaces outside, restrooms up on A aisle, and netting out here in the patio. There's several things that we got on this that we have brought to their attention once again, and we got international involved, and hopefully we can move forward. Skilled trades, some good news finally. 99% of all the trades will be moved to their departments within the next couple weeks. If you already haven't been moved, you should be notified either this week and waive the 7 days if you want to start Monday notice, or if you need to have your 7-day notice, they'll probably notify you this week to go a week from today or come in the Monday once you had your 7-day notice. So I appreciate the International Union getting involved. I appreciate Doug Ritchie, Mike Parker, Jeff Bailey, and just sitting down with us, going through everything, arguing and fighting to make things happen. Nothing's ever easy, even if it is in black and white. But there's several changes that we're going to make in the next local contract and put dates and times on all this when all these things need to happen and take place, so we don't run into this issue again in very vague and gray areas. If you've noticed how we had a lot of the Super Duties parked around the city of Louisville, different counties, all the way up into Sparta, up in Indianapolis. Ford Motor Company is trying to do an initiative right now to ship some of these Super Duties around to different dealerships and have the dealerships put the chips or put the BCM or the modules on these units. If you're out riding around a dealership and you see them unloading a bunch of Super Duties or whatever, please get a hold of myself or Jaggers. These units belong to the UAW and KTP. That's their work and belongs to them. If they need additional assistance, they will call for LAP for us to come over to help them or repair these units. They don't need to be going to a dealership and doing our work and taking money out of our pockets. So a lot of the dealerships we got contacts with that are going to let us know and notify us. But if you're riding around, you see a bunch of Super Duties being unloaded somewhere, please give us a call so somebody can ride out there, check, and see exactly what's going on. And they better be finished good units that came from the plant, not from one of these off-site lots. We're all in this battle together, and we need to look out for each other's brothers and sisters and what belongs to us. So on behalf of myself and my committee, please stay cool, try to stay as possible that you can, and God bless.